Valley Credit Union. So check them out at www.pvcu.org today. Thanks to Stratton Victor. Saluting the men and women of the Westover Air Reserve Base and the U.S. military, proudly presented our freedom. Thanks to Veteran Homestead. VA representatives are available to answer all enrollment and healthcare questions. So look for them at the mobile Vet Center RV right here on the Midway. Thanks to all our proud sponsors for supporting the Great New England Air Show. Taxiing out onto the runway under full power now. Look toward the runway to your left. You will see the giant C-5 Galaxy on a takeoff roll. That's the sound of 168,000 pounds of thrust on takeoff on the C-5. They're going to go out and perform a mission, a training mission, and then they will be back a little bit later on to show you the maneuverability of the C-5 Galaxy. You may have noticed if you were looking at the landing gear when they were retracting it, it may have looked like the landing gear trucks were rotating 90 degrees before it was retracted into the belly. That's exactly what happened. You'll get a chance to see that a little bit later on. The C-5 Galaxy of the 439th Airlift Wing, your hosts for the Great New England Air Show. As soon as that's done, then we're going to have Lindsay LaBelle singing the U.S. National Anthem. And at that time, all the hats come off. Hand over the heart for the U.S. National Anthem. Protocol says when a foreign nation's national anthem is being played, Americans are to stand at attention. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And Lindsay's up here with me now. We've got all the players ready, and in just a few minutes, our air show will be off to its official start. you are seeing the red biplane, the Oracle Challenger, flown by Sean D. Tucker. And also you see the blue monoplane, Windows World presenting Rob Holland, 4-time U.S. National Aerobatic Champion. Jumpers are out. Let's look aloft. And we're looking for flags being deployed. There you see our jumpers in free fall. The smoke is trailing from a smoke grenade attached to the boot of the Golden Knight. There's Sean Tucker coming in the circle. Rob Holland circling the ball. Golden black canopy of the Golden Knights unfurled and deployed. Second canopy unfurled. We're watching the flags. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand at attention for O Canada. Now please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Lindsay LaBelle.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets recognize the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Lindsay LaBelle. A rising country singer you're going to hear a lot of. Lindsay LaBelle from Hadley, Mass. Thank you so much for opening the great New England Air Show. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Oh, Canada and the American flag. A great way to start the Great New England Air Show.
Success yesterday. I encourage you to engage the airmen, sailors, soldiers, and Marines, and our Canadian friends when you see them, and ask them what it is they do. Thank them for their service, because they all do great work. I'm very proud as the wing commander here to just brag about how good our folks do. And I know other commanders will say the same thing about the folks that they sent here this week to engage with you. And I'm going to get a little bit off the script here, and I want to say a few words about Larry Rutt. For those of you who don't know, Larry Rutt here has been doing shows for the last 39 years, and this is his last big show. He's going to retire, and for those of you that will hear him today, this will be the last time you'll hear him at a big air show. We just want to thank you for all your service and everything you've done to bring the world of aviation to the public. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Can't wait to listen to you again today.
Colonel, thank you. Thank you very, very much. People that know me know I don't get humbled often, but I feel very humbled right now. Thank you so much for doing that. For many, many years, I wanted to do the Westover show and finally got it years and years ago, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be back, and I'm proud to have this as my last big air show after 39 years.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sergeant Luke Old, originally from Vernon, Connecticut. It has been my proud honor to fly in our national colors on this, my 1,135th freefall parachute jump. I will describe for you today a demonstration of precision freefall as performed by members of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Miles per hour. The initial part of the formation is called the base, and it forms quickly as initial jumpers fly together while interlocking their arms and legs to form the nucleus of the formation. The remaining jumpers set up slightly above and outside the formation, waiting the team leader's fall. At 9,000 feet, the team leader waves his arms, signaling the outside flyers to fly to the base. As they fly closer and closer together, they use their hands, arms, legs, and shoulders as flight control, allowing the jumpers to safely complete the formation. The formation continues to fall at 120 miles per hour. The free-fall photographer circles the formation. At 5,000 feet, the team leader waves his arms, signaling the outside jumpers to complete our bomb burst maneuver. And there you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling down on the front part of the parachute and spiraling down at speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. At 1,000 feet, the jumper does what is called a wind penetration check, checking his distance and speed across the ground. He then flies a downwind leg, a base leg 90 degrees to the target, and then faces into the wind for a final approach. It takes a great deal of concentration in order to land dead center on the target. The jumper keeps a close eye on the wind side, located in the target area. Once on final approach, he will shift all of his attention to a small black dot located in the center of that orange X. You may notice the 7 openings on the front of our parachute. This allows air to be forced in, inflating the flexible wing glider. Watch as this next jumper brings it into the target area. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This slows the jumper's forward speed while also reducing the weight of the sound. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention high overhead, as 2 of our jumpers are performing what is called anti-relative work. They have turned what's called a down plane and break at 300 feet. The United States Army parachute team was formed in 1959 at the home of the Air Force, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. At that time, the team consisted of 19 original members. Each was selected to assist in the development of modern parachuting techniques, to provide world-class competition parachutes, and to perform live aerial demonstrations in support of Army public relations and recruiting. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our performance for the morning. And on behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being such a warm and receptive airborne audience. In closing, I leave you with this final thought. In the future, may all your days be prosperous and your nights golden.
And thank you very much, Sergeant Luke Oak. As he said, may your days be great and your nights be golden. And I want to tell you folks, they were, what you skydivers here in the crowd know that with no wind at all, it makes it very difficult to land those high performance 22-mile-an-hour parachutes. So he talked about putting on the brakes, both hands coming down at the same time. They were doing a lot of that because there's no wind here on the surface, and they would like to have about 4 or 5 knots of wind. And we will have Sean D. Tucker, who's out there holding right now.
They're not touching down.
Carefully checking the amount of fuel remaining on board.
Only parked here for the gap.
And he'll give you a little demonstration of the type of incredible world-class performance that he gets out of Oracle Challenger. Here's our C-31 on the rollout.
Pin it down this way. So that we got here.
Here's another one of their aircraft, the FG-1D Corsair. The B-51 Mustang. Let's listen. And the thundering roar of the TDM Avenger. Every family ought to have an airplane, and Charlie Lynch and his family have the TDM Avenger. They'll form up into a 4-ship formation. They'll be back in front of you in just a few minutes. Give them a wave as they taxi back. That's the C-31 jump ship of your United States Army Golden Knight. Warbirds depart to the right, and our C-31 jump ship taxis back to the park. Here is Brandon Hess.
Thank you so much, Larry. It's an honor to announce with you on this special day. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Hess, the narrator for Team Oracle, and I also happen to be the son-in-law of the man in that very small red custom-built biplane, which we call the Oracle Challenger 3. And right now he demonstrates for you his practice teaser. And later this afternoon at 1:45, he's going to demonstrate for you his full mind-boggling performance. So fasten your seatbelts. Make sure your seats and tray tables and they're upright in locked position, because you're about to experience 8 minutes of the most hardcore, down and dirty, heart-charging power aerobatic. So ready or not, Westover, here we go. Sean drops down into the box, performing 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dizzying snap rolls going 250 miles an hour in that one-of-a-kind aircraft. Now as watch closely, Sean spirals into his signature figure. We call this one the centrifuge. 280 miles an hour. He's pulling in positive cheese. It doesn't get better than this, folks. And this is a model airplane flying. In the words of Sean D. Tucker, yeah, baby. Screams across the box as it can be pulled. Right now he's feeling about 10 times. Most people don't know how Sean got into aerobatics. He simply wanted to face his fear of flying, so he took some aerobatic courses, got completely hooked. Well, I'm certainly glad that he did. Snap rolls on the 45-degree downline. And a quick pull to the vertical. 2.5 outside snap rolls into a front flip. Let's wait for it. And there it is. Woo! Now an inverted recovery with Europe staring him in the face. He's now going to attempt what we like to call a hula-hoop. This is going to be an inside-outside lean with a chair on top. There's over 6 negative G's trying to throw Sean out of that cockpit. This is the hula-hoop. Wow. This guy's tough. So let me tell you about this plane. Here's serial number 1. There's not another like it on the planet. 1,225 pounds, 400 horsepower. We're looking at the most high-performance aerobatic biplane in the world. It took our team 16 months to perfect. He rises up to show us another signature figure. We call this one the double. And now a hard turn to the left. That's 1. And that's 2 consecutive double hammerhead turnarounds. He's pushing it again. We're here staring him in the face, and he rises to show us the Raptor in honor of the F-22. As you might guess, this performance is really hard on the body. Sean will experience about 10 positive G's and 7.5 negative G's during his performance, so he's got to be in top physical condition. He exercises 6 days a week. He's climbed 3 of the highest peaks in the world, but he calls himself a beginning mountaineer. Now, how would you like to ride around in a plane that's spun around upside down like a frisbee? That's exactly what you're experiencing right now. This is Sean's inverted flat frisbee turn. He's checking out Westover the Sean Tucker way. How he's upside down and spinning around. Now he flips it and is doing the upright frisbee turn. He's just having some fun, folks. Cross Airshow Center, and he rises to show you something that he learned from his dear friend Charlie Hillard. A move that he invented called the torque roll, and he's spinning up. And Charlie taught him how to do this, and he's going around and around and around until he stops in the sky spinning, but his wings don't stop spinning, but his plane is now, you got it, flying backwards, going 100 miles an hour. That's the torque roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think so far, my father-in-law, Sean D. Tucker, the one-of-a-kind Oracle Challenger 3. So right now, this is Sean's practice teaser, and he's imagining 3 sets of poles out there, and later this afternoon at 1:45, there's going to be 3 sets of poles out there with a ribbon stretched between each pole. Those poles will stand barely 700 feet apart. Sean is practicing for that amazing performance, and at that moment, he's just imagined himself flying underneath the first ribbon. He'll do the same under ribbon number 3, which is what we're witnessing right now. 18 feet above the ground. And then Sean alley-oop loop cutting through his smoke. Besides climbing mountains and flying aerobatics, Sean's also the chairman of the EAA Young Eagles program. Just this week, Sean flew Young Eagle Connor and flies Young Eagles just like Connor at each Airshow across America. Okay, here we go. He starts with his wheels 18 feet above the ground, and he's simulating the ribbon cut. That's a right knife edge to ribbon number 1. To ribbon number 2, and he goes inverted to take out that third and final ribbon. This can be a good show at 145. He's on his game. Now he pulls a 3/4 outside loop, forward somersault in pike position. That's amazing. And when I mean low speed, well, just watch. And he's making it look easy. Yeah, let's make some noise for Sean D. Tucker! Woo! Okay, well, Sean's gonna tighten his seatbelt and take a breath and focus in. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Brendan S. telling you all about his father-in-law, Mr. Sean D. Tucker. And that's just a little bit of what you're going to be seeing in the full routine coming up later on this afternoon. Sean D. Tucker, proudly sponsored by Oracle.